very good morning to you and welcome back to K24 this morning. My name is Mungala Mbuvi, and today being a Tuesday, let's talk about money and finance. But today I want us to take a different tangent, not the kawaida suits and tuxedos as we get to discuss the nitty-gritties of where this money is coming from, but also how you can make money in different spaces. And today we're talking about the creative industry. Allow me to bring into question our question of the day so that we can get interacting as early as possible. And here it goes. Do you have gifts that can be monetized? Do you have gifts that can be monetized? Find us on K24 TV across all social media, and of course right there is our WhatsApp number. I will introduce my peeps today that will be helping me have this, the discussion rather. We do have Kiboy Kuria, the production manager, Propel Visions Limited. Welcome very much. And I just found out we were in high school together.
Yep.
Lakini ulikuwa mbele yangu.
Yeah.
By any chance ulinibully ndio nijue kama nitakubuli hapa?
Kidogo tu.
Kidogo tu.
Tukiwa drama. Lakini if you don't remember me that well, I didn't do well enough.
All right. Okay. Juu ningekubuli mbaya. But welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Jonte is we'll talk about that in a minute. So just hold on there. And like I promised you, we do have one of the top actresses, but amesema yeye hataki to actresses, yeye ni female actor. Now, if you've been watching your Netflix movies and if you've been a follower of the art scene as far as Kenya is concerned, then you definitely know Muthoni Gathecha, female actor, super actress. I watched ile kipindi ulifanya juzi kwa Netflix, Disclosure. Was it Disclosure?
Disconnect.
Disconnect, yes. And I was like...
No. That wasn't me.
You know, it's one of those amazing things, because I've been an actor for like forever, but I do not even have my stuff on a local platform, let alone a global one. But how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I've achieved. But then again, in the same vein, it brings a certain degree of sadness.
Why?
Because now, Jonte will be afraid to contact me if he has a role that's suitable for me.
Really?
Yes.
You think so?
Jonte will come and say, what was Netflix? You know? Can we afford her? Yes, yeah. and I am not, because you see, you cannot say, have that conversation with yourself without having it with me. Come to me and tell me,
let's talk.
Let's talk. If the role is enticing, if the role is something that I feel that I can bring out and tell, because basically what are we doing in movies is telling stories. So can I give that impact? Can I tell the story? Will it be vivid? Will it be memorable?
Right.
Then we can talk, because now it's a bigger picture. But then when you cut me down because of that, assuming
because of the label
you have assumed.
Because you are on Netflix, and I mean, or rather your films are on Netflix, then we're in a Brad Pitt level moja, because I don't know if he can employ Brad Pitt, but we'll get to that in a short while. You did not start off as a female actor. You told me that your background is in something totally different. Totally different. I'm even afraid of saying it. Maybe you can just tell Kenyans where you started off.
Basically, Mbuvi, I am a career teacher. I am a teacher by profession. I'm not going to bring all my certificates here. It is bad. You know, people might now wonder, is that the right name that she has? Or is she from another part of this? But I'm a teacher by training, an administrator by training, and a psychologist by training. There, as the late Saitoti said, there come a time. So there came that time for me where I felt that I was stagnant in my profession. I had gotten risen in my career in education to the point where I was a registrar in charge of academics and student affairs at a university. My next step was VC, deputy VC academic. Which probably, like that. Sotokaida. So what happened then is that I felt that I needed a bigger platform to tell stories, to touch and move people's lives. And I took early retirement at the age of 50. That was 8 years ago. I'm not ashamed to speak my age, even though I know it doesn't show.
You're one of those very rare ladies who like to talk about their age.
But you see, it's a fact. My mind might still be young, but my body sometimes tells me, hey, girl, slow down.
Okay.
So I felt that I needed to reach and touch more people's lives, and I got this platform. And the first production that I was in was from being, if I'm allowed to use this terminology, a virgin actor, into the field where I was starring against people like Brenda Wairimu and Nini Washera and Luanda Jawar and Arabron and all these
Nick
people.
Mutuma,
yes. And I was in a production which was called Corner. It had 250 episodes. And what happened is that I was like so green. You move onto a set and there are lights, you know, similar to this. And the first time I really sweated. I sweated like a pig, you know. So it was like an atmosphere I was not used to. But then sometimes God gives you the ability to start climbing the tree from the branches.
Just hold on. We do have a video of you. Director, is it ready? Oh, okay, so we'll get to that in a couple of seconds. But you were saying that, you know, you being in this, you know, space with all these individuals, you know, it shows you a different light to everything that you've been doing. And the fact that I was perhaps among the oldest in the group, I was intimidated. Okay.
I had to step back and learn from people who were younger than me, but older than me in the profession.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful experience.
All right, nice.
And then, of course, then the psychologist in me would sit down, observe, you know, observe mannerisms. And so it was a beautiful experience.
Okay.
And I guess the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll talk about the future as well, as much as we do have history. But in my hands, I have this amazing comic book in a Mendikwapevo Jonte, for a community to rise, a hero must fall. And it's rated 18 plus, issue number 1 now. Let's take a look at a trailer before I reintroduce our other guest.
Kama ni vita wacha tupigane, msiseme tena hati tusikizane. Hakuna mwezaye, Jonte hebu jitokeze. Simama, mwanzo wa mwisho umekaribia. Simama, mwanzo wa mwisho umekaribia. Wacha niseme, wacha nieleze.
All right, that is Jonte. Mr. Kuria, let's just talk about what we've seen. What is that all about? What is Jonte all about?
Well, Jonte is an action-packed comic superhero story, vigilante. Just think The Punisher or Batman, made in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you see, you can actually start one of this.
Yeah, this is the platform we want to create for artists like her.
Right.
So that my passion has always been action. I'm a sucker for a good story once in a while.
Right.
But every other day I would prefer to watch a Triple X movie. You know,
a superhero
story.
Right.
And we lack that in this part of the world. So we challenged ourselves. We said, let's do something. It started off as a film script because I am primarily a filmmaker.
Yes.
And we've interacted before. That is my main business. But when COVID hit, we knew we couldn't be able to do this because of restrictions, you know, MOH guidelines. So we said we had pretty good storyboards and we decided, let's do something about it. Let's not waste the whole year, sit back and waste the whole year. Let's go the Marvel way.
Kenyans are used to writing novels, even some nice action novels, but you guys decided to go the comic way.
Yes.
Because I'm looking at the visuals in this. Good visuals, nice graphics, and even the script. Like there's one here that says, Mama, if this boy grows up to be a bloodthirsty gangster in this city, it will be on you. And then the mother responds, Michael isn't and will not be a criminal. He will make something of himself. That I promise you all. Like if you look at the storyline, even in that just one excerpt alone, It tells you the amount of drama that is in this. Yes. What inspires this kind of stories?
This is inspired by everyday happenings. This is the reality we live in. It's unfortunate that sometimes we are limited from telling these kinds of stories because of restrictions.
Yeah.
We've done pilots where there were guns, and when you shop them around, we were told, hey, man, you can't do this.
Right.
Yeah, the only action you're allowed to see is in the news. We are not allowed to make action films, which to me is a no-no. I tend to believe
this being the first issue, this being the first issue, looks pretty high-end. How many brains are involved just to have this one piece as we can see it right now?
If you just turn to the next page,
the first page?
The second page, yeah. There's a credit list there.
Oh, yes.
You will see about 40 names.
Quite many, by the way.
So, yeah, for us to get this kind of detailed story and to have a narrative that goes up to 10 chapters.
Right.
250 pages. It can't be one brain. So we had a team of writers on board. We have a team of illustrators.
Right.
We have to have producers to manage the process. We have to have graphic designers. You can see the music, which Billy Black did a wonderful job on. We have to bring in animators. It's a whole team. It's a whole troop of people to make this one.
You know, for you, Muthoni, you've been in this industry long enough to see the birth of Vipindi from back in the day, Vioja Mahakamani, Kinyonga. Then we moved on, we started having other productions, and you've mentioned Kona. And now look where we are heading to. I don't know, does this make you smile, or do you still think we are lagging behind?
Oh, it makes me smile. It makes me happy, because when I was growing up, I remember, even I don't think Vioja was there yet. I remember there was Mzepembe and Mama Tofi.
Wow.
Yes.
Gani.
I mean, that's when, of course, we only had one television station.
KBC.
VOK.
VOK, sorry. Unaona mimi ni mtu wa KBC. Mimi ni mtu wa KBC, but yes.
And then TV used to be like aired like 4 hours, you know, before it came over to this 24-hour thing.
Right.
Before we came all these apps, you know, the Showmax and Netflix and so on and so forth. So it's amazing, the growth that has been there. And even within the last 8 years, which is when I, you know, moved into the film industry, there's been amazing change. There's been amazing programs. The people have become bolder. People have become courageous. Ideas are put out, and people are ready to invest. So it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
And the opportunities as well are immense. I don't know, because look at your films right now being on Netflix, and you've said, fine, earlier on, that probably wasn't possible because even Netflix hadn't reached this side of the globe, but looking at the fact that now some of your content, and of course the contents of your colleagues, is now getting onto Netflix, does that mean that now even the money will start trickling in?
We should hope so. We should hope so. It'll take time, but then I always say that patience pays, because people have been in the journey because of passion, the passion to do something, the need to tell African stories, the need to tell people that Africa isn't starvation and wars and political, you know, craziness. I mean, we've seen political craziness, which is similar to Africa in other countries. Sure. But then we also have lives. We have love. We have romance. We have, you know, situations. We have families. We have cohesion. We have schools. We have universities. There's so many stories that can be told which are positive, which are real, which dwell within us, you know, which are part of us, which is now in essence, going to give a different image of who we are as Africans, which is so crucial.
Yeah.
Yes. We're a creative lot of people. We're a beautiful people. We have beautiful stories. We have family values. We have so much richness that we are ready, which is, you know, I mean, bottom line, you know, when push comes to shove, Africa is the richest continent.
It is actually, and I believe actually even the world's richest came from here.
Yes.
Yeah, before they went out there.
Hands down.
Kuria.
Yes.
This, as we're looking at it right now, people think that when you're getting into the arts, you have to go to National Theatre. You have to go to Sarakasi Dome. You have to go to the Conservatoire of Music and such places. You have to start out with Ian Bogua at Phoenix, you know, doing plays. Yes. But clearly, I don't know, because you came from, at least at Nairobi School, you've mentioned that you started off with Drama Club. Yes. Did you take that line completely, or did you do something else first and then ukakumbuka, but mwanga msanii mtu wangu?
Yeah, when this thing calls you, you can't say no. You know, it's like Saul's journey to Damascus. Yeah, when I was in high school, Great Nairobi School, that's when the seed was planted. I didn't even know at the time. Joining drama just to pass time, that 4 o'clock to 6.
Nakwenda mafunky.
Yeah, nakwenda funky. Yes, hapo nazo ucheze. So that's where, and we actually got the opportunity to write our own play at the time, which went all the way to the provincials. I thought nothing of it. I went to uni, studied mathematics, but even second year, there was just something there. But at some point, I knew I wouldn't pursue the mathematics as a career. And writing for me was the thing. So I just recall back to those moments when we used to brainstorm ideas and script, and it came back, and I started doing that.
So you came from mathematics in Campo.
Yeah.
You did your degree in Mao.
I finished.
I
had to finish for my dad, yeah. I had to finish.
Unaelewa calculus and all that, statistics and all that, but now you decided, nimemalizia further degree yake. Now let me get into this. Is there money in this? Because I'm sure guys will be like, sasa, mi nikiandika comic book nani nitauzia. Is there money in this? Ama we are still in the development stages? We're
still in the development stages. But the other important bit we need to realize, even as we call ourselves artists or people in the arts, other disciplines come in. The training I had in maths teaches me to be more methodical, calculate, plan ahead. So that makes a difference between me and the guy just who goes to Phoenix or does what. I'm not any better, but it gives me the business brain to plan ahead. And that's what this is. To say that, to go somewhere and pitch to someone, this is the idea.
Right.
It's not just that I'm good at this, but where am I going to take this being good? How am I going to make business sense out of this comic book? Business sense, and that is
business the word I'm looking for, because I see you've partnered with a couple of folks. I can see one of your colleagues is watching the show from just back there. Yeah. When you thought about this concept, I don't know if you're the one who came up with it, but I'm sure, you know, like you said, about 40 brains have come to put this into fruition. Yeah. When you sat down with all these partners of yours and you decided, guys, this is what we need to do. Obviously, there was an end part of that conversation that included money.
Yes.
All right. Now, just in terms of priority, where have you placed it? Is it like mali ukuchini, ama money is the end goal, but this is what we need to do to get there?
Money is always the end goal, because you need money to sustain. You need money for it to come chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4.
All right.
So if I'm not thinking about money from day one, then I am doomed.
Okay.
Whatever project I'm conceptualizing, I'm thinking about, I'm planning, will amount to null if I don't have that financial sustainability model. And that's what now sometimes we need to bring in outside brains for that.
Yes.
I need to say, okay, this is, I've left this trajectory, this journey of money, so let me leave the money thing to someone else to plan.
Right.
So I have a partner, let me focus on the creative.
Okay.
But at the same time, we are always in consultation, in talks. How is it going to work?
All right.
So I would love for this to have been even grander. I would love to put more scenes in it. But I need someone as a creative. I need someone to pull me back once in a while to tell me, you know, you're going too far. Yeah, you're creative business to be a
horses, yeah? Okay.
And
I will ask you the same question, and especially for you. I mean, you've told us that uliacha job yenye ungekuwa vice chancellor, and we know the kind of power vice chancellors hold in this country. You're more or less like a minister. So we'll talk about that in a second. But let's take a look at WhatsApp as well. We did ask you earlier on what you think about this whole process, and this is what you have to say. Jonte, where can I get it and the cost? Well, nimeona hapa mumeandika thao moja. Where we'll get it, we'll talk about it. But let's take a look at another WhatsApp as well. Hi, I love the show. Mama Digital, she's full awesome. Mama Digital, where did that come from?
That is another show.
Mama Digital.
Yes.
Haya, nionyeshe ingine. Good morning. For that question, yes, we have gifts which can be monetized. I have been a DJ for quite a while, 6 years, and that is what puts my everything on the table. I did my business administration course, but I didn't follow that path. But education and gifts goes hand in hand. DJ Keddy. Thank you, DJ Keddy. Talent is the easiest way to making money because the potentiality is within the person. Nice. Hi, movie. I am Susan. Say hi to Madam Muthoni, my principal at St. Luanga, Mombasa, in 1993. 1993 ulikuanga Prince.
Yes.
1993 nilikuanga mahali hata siwezi sema mbele ya watu.
Yes.
But yes.
Life starts early for some people.
Right.
Goals start early. I remember I was a principal actually at the age of 28.
What?
Yes.
28?
Yes.
28, I didn't even know what direction I'll take in life.
Yeah, and we had, and you see, that is why you will find students like that are still bold enough to say hi to me. Because when I'm a friend, I'm a good friend. I was with it. I was quite a hip principal, if I can say so myself.
And the humility you have is you know, amazing. But let's get back to now the money part of this conversation, because you left you know, your professorship at a university, decided to get into acting, and you've said 8 years ago. Number one, do you regret, do you feel like, nimetosheka na hii usanii sasa wacha nirudi nikwe, you know, mwalimu tena?
I would say no. No, in terms of the field of film, the film industry, and the field of acting brought out in me more potential than I even thought I had. I have always been a very outspoken person, very bold to speak in front of people. But then now, when you are put in that you're taking so many different characters, sometimes are funny, sometimes it's sad, sometimes I've even been, you know, a crazy woman in one particular episode, which was of course very, very traumatic even after that, because if you delve into the character, if you delve into the character, getting out of it can also take some time if you really totally get into it. I mean, we have heard of actors on an international basis who have died. I think the person who was playing Joker because of the kind of exertion that he put himself through. But I have no regrets, and I'm saying my acting has helped me in so many scopes. You did mention that I speak in front of public, I speak in front of people. And like for the last 8 months during this COVID era, I've had to put some of those things into perspective, where you're speaking to people, and as a psychologist, sometimes you're feeling so much pain with the pain that somebody is going through, but you have to be calm. You're feeling the pain that they're going through.
But you have to be calm.
You have to be calm. You have to be the better person. You have to be the person, the comfort for them. And this was brought about just by the fact that I was able to put myself in that field of acting. Okay. So I have no regrets. I think I've become a better person in the other things that I do because of that.
Okay, we take a short break right now, but when we return, of course, Muthoni and Kuria will explain to us the discipline that one needs to be in this particular industry, and especially for those ones wanaingianga wakisema manze jo minda kwa msanii ndo nitengeneze ndo ni buy sijui X5 sijui ni buy sijui nini, mtu wangu itabidi umekuwa mpole. Don't go too far, we'll be right back.